Welcome to another Halloween special on my channel. I know it's been a while. Last year I just didn't have the time, which really bummed me out because my buddy Sebastian Vandal Martinez from Sci-Fi Night, we had a great idea for a Halloween special because normally this is our thing. We have our annual Halloween special together. This time around, however, there will be a video, and there won't be just one video. I've been meaning to review some of my favorite Halloween movies, and I've been meaning to at least give you one ranking video of one very iconic horror franchise. So yeah, look out for all these videos. That having been said, let's kick this off with Zombieland. Zombieland is actually one of my all-time favorite movies, and there is so much to love about this film. But first, let's take a look at the plot. The film takes place after the outbreak of a virus that ultimately turned the planet into Zombieland, into an apocalyptic scenario where the undead roam free. And right out the gate, I find it very fascinating that the zombies in this film, I mean, this being a comedy and all, are actually fucking frightening. They sprint towards you. They're not your Walking Dead zombies that go like this. No, they will come after you with a vengeance, fast as shit. So right there I was like, awesome, that's a new angle. That's the sort of Zack Snyder Dawn of the Dead angle or 28 Days Later angle. And I like these zombies because they are creepy as fuck. And right out the gate, this movie lets you know that it's R-rated. It's a comedy, but it's an R-rated bloody comedy, which is important. After all, we're dealing with zombies. So right there, I love the world building. And then we establish our main character, Columbus. His name isn't actually Columbus. We don't get to know most of the names of our characters because they just refer to themselves as areas. Columbus, Wichita, Little Rock, Tallahassee. This is basically what we're going with. Even in the past, Jesse Eisenberg's character Columbus referred to his neighbor as her room number. I really like that approach. It shows how names don't matter anymore in that world. And this film focuses on Jesse Eisenberg's Columbus character who is a recluse, a nerd, someone who's been avoiding people like they were zombies even before they were literal zombies. And it's funny enough that a person like that would survive in a scenario like that. But naturally, him being phobic and all, him having all those rules, and those rules are a great gimmick. They will pop up on screen to let you know which rule he's following right now. A person like that would absolutely survive without being a badass because he literally avoids every possible threat out there, even a threat that has nothing to do with zombies. So right there, I gravitated towards this guy, and then we meet Woody Harrelson's Tallahassee. Oh my god, he's awesome. I mean, he looks like an urban Texas cowboy, and he has all the great one-liners. But what I love about this film is none of these characters are just walking and talking stereotypes. Those characters have depth, have a clear motivation, and they have great chemistry among one another. But Tallahassee is our ultimate badass, and he has great chemistry with Jesse Eisenberg, who in his eyes and in all of our eyes is kind of a coward. Then we got the sisters Wichita and Little Rock, played by Emma Stone, a very young Emma Stone, who wasn't the big superstar she's now, and Abigail Breslin. And these two sisters are amazing because they were con artists before the apocalypse came to be. So right there, they knew how to get along. They knew how to screw people over to get what they need, what they want. And that is basically what they do to Columbus and Tallahassee. Through a series of circumstances, these four characters actually bond. And this is where the movie kind of turns into a heartfelt family comedy that is very reminiscent of The Breakfast Club, because they're all misfits, they're all outlaws, yet they have to learn from one another, yet they have to learn to get along. And there's this one great scene where they just completely trash a souvenir shop, and it makes them feel good because it's another rule on Columbus's list: enjoy the little things. And in this world where everything has turned to shit, that's a great thing to do. And another thing that this movie gives us is the advantage of the zombie apocalypse for the very first time, because it is very empowering. It is very liberating to just go down Hollywood Boulevard and conquer the mansion of a Hollywood star that's no longer around. That right there is fun. It's a great idea. That is something that we wouldn't normally see on The Walking Dead or in any other zombie flick. And this is where we have the greatest cameo of all time. Bill Murray is still alive, and they are all hanging out at his mansion. And this is where this movie becomes a love letter to the Ghostbusters movie. As if I needed another reason to love this movie, but right there, this movie had me. I was like, I love Ghostbusters, and the more I think about it, this movie is basically Ghostbusters with zombies. It has 4 main characters, they're all likable, but the world itself, the scary thing, is taken very seriously. It's just the characters that take none of it seriously, and that is basically like Ghostbusters. So this movie is a better Ghostbusters representation than the 2016 piece of shit. Let that concept sink in. And then we have the great showdown at Pacific Playland where the movie becomes dramatic and action-packed and awesome. I was like, this movie just has it all. It has likable characters, very extremely funny moments, meta humor, an amazing soundtrack, action, heart, and comedy. And it's a perfect movie for the Halloween season because it combines the horror angle with the fun of it all. You can watch it with a group of people and you're just having a great time. My only complaint is that it is very short, but then again, the fact that it leaves me longing for more is in and of itself a positive. I know that there's a sequel coming up. It's right around the corner. I haven't seen it yet, but I really hope that it does live up to this one because this one is one of my all-time faves. And if I'm being 100% with you, there was a time where I was seriously depressed and I popped this movie in every single night when I couldn't get any sleep, and it would just help me. It would just put a smile on my face. So it's a really important and dear movie to me. All in all, I gotta say, I'm glad that I'm back for Halloween season, and Zombieland gets the gold medal. So Zombieland, have you guys seen it? Are you a fan of it, or do you think it's overrated? Let me know in the comment section below, and thank you guys, as always, for watching. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then just subscribe.
Happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween.